Hi everyone, it's Doris, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand, and I'm here today to share with you the first of two packages that arrived from Donna for our swap, and that's Donna Dreamsx3. Sorry, my head's in a bit of a whirl today. For some of you will know already that from being on my Facebook that the company that my husband has been a manager in and worked there for the last 15 years is probably going into receivership and liquidation tomorrow, I think it is, or the day after tomorrow. So everybody's losing their jobs, and they were only told this on Monday, which it's Wednesday today, so told to look for other jobs. And since my husband's 62 and a half, it's not likely that he's going to find work again. And it was my husband that was the main wage earner in our family. He's the one who worked full-time in an office. I only worked 2 days one week and 4 days the other week at the hospital. So we're going to have to try and live on what I have, and I'm going to try and increase my numbers. And the main thing for us to do is to try and keep paying our mortgage and our rates in order to keep a roof over our head. And that's going to be very, very hard for us to do just on my salary. So, and unfortunately the hospital I work at has been doing massive cutbacks, so the only extra work I'm going to be able to pick up are people off sick, if I'm able to do that to fit in with my other duties, and maybe some annual leave if people are taking annual leave. So it's been a week of, the last 3 days have been an absolute nightmare. I've had a headache and spent a lot of the time crying, and my husband and feeling depressed, and my husband is becoming depressed as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, he has got this confidence that he'll find another job quickly. I pray that so, but we're only just coming out of the recession like the rest of the world, and at 62 and a half years old, I don't know. But so I received the first of Donna's packages last week, but the second package, she told me she sent two packages, rather to my horror and embarrassment, because money's been pretty tight here for the last few weeks, and we've been trying to save up just in case this did happen. We didn't know it was going to happen, but my husband had heard some rumours around the office, so we were trying to save up enough money to pay off a year's rates so that we at least don't have to worry about that, because they're approaching $3,000 a year, our rates, on their own without the mortgage. So I only sent Donna what I'd made for her, plus one small bag of goodies, simply because I had to try and keep postage down, and I also had 3 other challenges to post off that same week, and all international, so it did come to quite a bit of money. But anyway, so the reason I'm telling you this is because one of the things that may have to go is my YouTube channel, my internet connection, Facebook, everything, which is really sad, because it means I also not only lose touch with this community, but I also lose touch with my grandchildren and family in America. Things happen. It's just it just seems such a shame that this has happened just 2.5 years away from us retiring. But but we still have a mortgage, so we were going to have to work another year anyway, to both of us, to pay our mortgage off fully, so that we can afford to live on a pension, an old age pension. But now, if David can't get work, I'm going to have to work another 2 extra years to get the mortgage paid off, and he's going to feel really bad about that, because of my the fact that I do have RSD and my left foot, and it does cause me pain to work, and medication makes me so tired. But anyway, enough of that. So my apologies to Donna. The swap package, which clearly marked as a swap package, arrived 2 days ago. But that was the day that we got the news that that everything was probably going to be closing down at the end of this week. You know, my husband doesn't even know whether he's going to get his wages for this week or his 10 days holiday pay that's owed to him. You know, and you know, if he doesn't get his wages this week, I actually won't have enough money to go to work, because I've got to put $60 of petrol in the car. Anyway, the long and the short of that is we don't know. So she's done this up beautifully. For those of you who've been watching, Donna and I, when we talked about this swap, we agreed to do a corset wall hanging for one another, a doily bag, and 2 little button fairies. So you've probably seen, a lot of you will have probably seen what I made for Donna, and you may have seen what Donna made for me, because she did put up the video. And Donna hasn't watched the videos of what I made for her, but I did watch the video of what she made for me. And but that's probably 3 weeks ago or 2.5 weeks ago, and I won't remember it until I open it. So this says swap items. There's a pretty little crepe flower that she's made there, crepe paper, on a little bit of paper there. And oh, it's like a little book. That's cute, isn't it? That is cute. And she's wrapped it all up nicely. You know, when I was wrapping mine up, I was in such a rush to, because I'm posting on the way to work, because the post office is 12 kilometres from where I live, and I just sort of, and I wanted to get it posted that morning so I could, so I could get off, and I just sort of packaged everything up really quickly, so it's not packaged very nicely. I'm sorry, Donna. My life seems to be one continual rush. Anyway, let's have a look at that. Oh, I say. Oh, this must be the, okay, this must be the outside of the doily bag. Oh. And it's got some, these must be the, this must be the wall hanging in here, I'm guessing. I'll just take those aside, and we'll have a look at this lovely doily bag. Oh, sorry, I just... Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? For some reason I thought it was going to be huge, and I was thinking, oh gosh, how's she going to post it? But in actual fact, it actually is it's a bit bigger than the one I did for her, but it's actually a nice size. So there you go. That's beautiful. It's full of rolled roses. These have all been rolled by, I presume, by Donna, and pinks and creams and off-whites. Over here, all different fabrics. Got a lovely little tassel here with a little rose on it. That's very pretty, and some sparkly fabric around it. A lovely luscious lace bow up here, and wrapped, there's a little bit of a doily wrap around that, I think it is, and a little rosebud. That's very pretty, and she's got it all sort of meandering around there. Around there we've got some satin roses here. We've got this lovely gold, it looks like a gold doily. And it's got some like chiffon or organza underneath. Little roses, pearl strings. Now that's really pretty. I'm gonna home. Oh, I can't even think of the word. Anyway, I'm just gonna make it closer. See, I'm in such a state. I spent yesterday just crying off and on the whole day, which made my headache worse, and just trying to work out a budget that we could actually survive on and still be able to keep the house. Because if we have to lose the house at our age, we'll never get another one. And if we have to go renting, we're going to have to part with probably all of our dogs. If not, maybe 1 or 2 of them. But we've got 3 dogs, and the oldest is 8. We've had him since he was a baby, and the youngest is 2. We've had him since he was a baby, and our middle one was a Springer Spaniel, and we've had her since we rescued her 14 months ago, and she's got so settled with us. I would hate to have to, it would just break my heart to lose any of them, quite frankly. Now this has all been decked, it's got pink fabric underneath, that's the main bag is made of, and she's got a doily, a runner over, I would think it was a runner, doily runner. Yeah, that's like a vintage doily runner there. And it's tied up with with this sort of a very shabby chic hand-dyed cotton, and which has been has got the string pearls entwined through it. And it's just the middle of it, or the inside of it there. It sort of goes down quite a way in there. That's lovely. Thank you, Donna. So there you go. That's the whole bag. That's. Oh, does that come off? No, that's one. Okay, I'm going to put that to one side. Just put it up there. Now the wall hanging, I guess, yes, corset wall hanging. She's got it all done up nicely. I tend to do this as well. I did this when I sent my swap off for Kay. I labelled everything that was there. And some more of this paper here. This is book paper she stuck together to form a large bag. It's a clever idea, isn't it? Oh, okay. Let's have a look at this. This is the corset wall hanging. Oops. Oh, that's a wire. I guess it's a wired, yeah, that's wired ribbon. Oh, okay, this is a banner. Yes, I remember now. It's a banner. It's a 3-piece banner. Okay, so I'll just move right out of the way. It's all very ritzy glitzy. Okay, so that's should just about have got all of that in. There's the bottom pieces of it. So that is the, I'll just move that slightly over the tripod. That's the 3-piece corset banner that she's made for me. And that's been put onto I think it might be a lightweight chipboard. Feels like it. And she's backed it with this pink or lilac-y pearlised paper. She's put that on both sides actually, and then she's covered it on this side with lace with silver bits in it. Got a pink rosette here. I think they're all identical. Well, the middle one is a little bit different. Okay, and down here we've got lovely pink sort of trim, and over top of that we've got this lovely dangly one, a little pink bling here in a I think that's, I don't know whether that's come as a single unit or as she's put that into a slider. The satin barb here, and she's got some more lace around here like to form the bodice, and little pink ribbons on either side, and this pink, nice lovely pink trim in the middle, which is quite thick, and then she's got a sort of a net trim going around the middle as well to define the waist. So we'll move that over. She's got this lovely very sparkly blingy wired ribbon with a little pink rose in the middle, and it's connected by the same white silvery lace. And this is the one that's different. The end one I won't need to show because it's exactly the same as the first one, but the middle one is a little bit different. We've got some pink trim around here like to form a bodice top. We've got the bling there. It's the same format, but it's just the ribbon that was up high here has been moved down to here, and we've got the pink here instead of around the waist, but it's a different trim. But otherwise it's the same. So that's that. So that's my wall hanging. That'll look lovely. That's quite shabalicious. I'll be able to pop that up. I might put it in my dining. I might put it either in the dining room here or in my craft room. It would go nicely in my craft room because it's got the soft lilac tone at the back and just about the same colour as my wall colours. Now I'm going to continue because we're up to almost 15 minutes and my camera cuts out at 16. I don't know why, because we paid a lot of money, like $75 for a chip that he told me filmed for 4 hours, up to 4 hours of filming. well, that's ridiculous because it only cuts out at 16 minutes. Oh, that's the button fairy. Okay, that's the first button fairy. And as I say, I might end here so I can start part 2. Oh no, I'll try and get both the button fairies in. She's done the, and then the others will just be what the lovely Donna has actually sent me as extras. And I did say to her that once I had, you know, September out of the way, at the end of September, I'd post her a little surprise rack, which she wouldn't know when it was coming, just because she has sent a whole separate bag of goodies for me. And but I don't, honestly, I just don't know whether we can do that now. We're going to be on such a tight budget. And as I say, we probably will have to get rid of the internet as well, because that costs us $90 a month. So everything's so expensive here in New Zealand. Okay, so here we've got our 2 button fairies with their tails. They're cute. They're a lot bigger than the ones I did. This one's got a skirt, and which she's put bling around the bottom, and just lovely. That's that. And my camera's about to cut off. I'll show you these again at the beginning of my, see if I can zoom in before it cuts off. There, I got the word zoom, that's it. Zoom. I couldn't think of it for a while there. They're beautiful, aren't they? I'll show them again in part 2. So thanks everybody for bearing with me. Thank you so much, Donna. And take care. God bless. I'll see you soon. Bye.